Welcome back to Girl Therapy. I'm your host, Nicole, and we are here today with the most special guest ever. Repeat guest.
Yes.
Livy.
I feel like I'll be on here a lot.
You're going to be here a lot.
Get fucking used to me.
Yeah. So we're actually in Miami.
Yeah.
Livy's visiting me right now, and we have a lot to unpack.
No, a lot has happened in such a short amount of time. You know what's so toxic of me? As soon as I get on this mic, I want to tell everything that happened.
No, same. Between a camera and a mic,
I'm
no one's safe.
word vomiting everything.
Yeah. Me and Livy have been word vomiting a lot in our Ubers actually recently.
Very embarrassing, I will say. The least.
No, embarrassing.
I actually truly don't give a fuck.
No, it's just, it could be a lot for the Uber driver. For us, it's normal. So I don't know if you guys have anything you haven't told your girlfriends ever.
Like, where you just keep it to yourself and you're like, this is too fucking embarrassing. Like, especially with a man.
The beginning of dating a guy.
Yeah.
You kind of don't want to, like, there's always going to be some weird things that happen, especially when you're getting to know somebody. It could be a little awkward. There's, like, you know, something that you don't want to share with your girlfriend because it already kind of gave you the ick. But when you say it out loud and you tell her, like I feel like you would have been like, Nicole, what the fuck? Why are you still talking to this
I would
man?
like, end that shit. End that shit immediately.
And saying it out loud would have like made it too real. Like something happened that I genuinely tried to like push in the back of my head because I wanted to see where it went with this man.
No, you were like, no, I would never say you were in love with him.
No.
But like she fucked with the guy heavy, right?
Heavy.
Yeah.
For
was
podcast
purposes,
intrigued.
she was interested.
Yeah, I was interested in getting to know him.
Yeah.
And we had hung out.
No, but what happened, Nicole? That was like something you wanted to hide from me. Nicole, I get to Miami and she's like, something happened with, can we give him a name now? Oh, Ratatouille.
Okay, Ratatouille. We're going to call him Ratatouille. I don't know why the fuck Livy decided to assign him this name, but it was the most
Because I just imagine him. No, I know exactly why I assigned him the name. Because I just know if he like sees this, he's gonna be like, why the fuck are they calling me Ratatouille?
Yeah.
He's
like, are they calling me small?
Yeah. He's like, Ratatouille? That's crazy. Everyone else is like, NFL ho, all those.
Yeah, right. And then we have Ratatouille.
Ratatouille is crazy. So, okay, tell them what happened with Ratatouille.
Okay, so with Ratatouille, and I will say, so me and him, we had a beach day together. Yeah. He's gonna know this about him right now. Like there's no hiding that it's about him. Hey. So we had a beach day together, and before the beach day, actually, we were talking about icks. When we went to lunch, he was like, what do you think my icks are? Or I was like, do you have any icks? I don't even know what the fuck we were talking about. And he was just like, I'm unickable. And I was like, okay, well, that just gave me the ick. So he asked for this.
He said he was unickable.
Yes.
And you didn't walk away right then and there.
No, I know. I was like, that's an ick.
Yeah.
You was saying that's an ick because your ego is so fucking fat.
I would never say I'm unickable. Like, I have the fattest. We have the fattest egos.
We do, and we are definitely
ickable. Our laughs.
No, our laughs are like. So we're on the beach, and he wants a popsicle.
Ick immediately.
That's the ick. That's the end of the story.
A grown man sucking on a popsicle on the first date. Crazy.
Any man like eating like anything that's shaped like a penis, a banana. Yeah. Like if he's just.
Imagine
chopping on a banana, like not ripping off pieces.
That's crazy.
It's like
lick it while you're at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like get a room.
Deep throat that shit. A popsicle from a grown ass man on a first date is crazy.
Yeah. So we're on the beach and he gets a popsicle, and it was in one of those popsicle carts. So you know those bitches are like frozen as fuck. Like
they've been in there.
The
for
ice
7
in
years.
there is crazy. Yeah, they've been in there for a decade. So he whips this thing out. Whips it out. That's funny.
Crazy.
And he whips out the popsicle. It was so frozen that his lips got stuck to the popsicle. And at first, I was like, what is going on here? Like, what? And he was like, there's no way for me to like do this. That's like, okay, describe what's happening. He's trying to pull it away, and his lips are stuck on the popsicle. Mm-hmm. And as he's like pulling the popsicle away more, like his lips are stretching like more and more, and like his eyes are like growing bigger and bigger, and we're making direct eye contact. I'm literally standing over him at this point because I'm like, what am I gonna have to do here? Like, how am I gonna save your life?
So the popsicle is stuck to his lips.
Popsicle,
and he's
stuck to his lips.
Physically trying to pull it out of his mouth.
Yes,
insane to me.
And this is within 30 minutes of meeting this man. So I'm like panicking. Yeah. Because I just don't know what to do, and I don't want to like embarrass him because I'm just so nice.
You're a good woman.
Yeah, I'm a good woman. But like he's like pulling it and he's like he's like making noises.
And like I've been there.
And I'm like, he's so helpless right now. Like, is this popsicle really gonna take you down? Like, are you for real right now? So then I grab my water bottle, this water bottle right here. I like am like, do you want me to like, I'm talking to him. He can't talk back to me though. And I'm like, do you want me to like pour water on you? And he's like,
is crazy.
So I like open up my water bottle, start pouring it on his face. It finally starts to come loose and he's like, okay, like we're getting somewhere here. And he's ripping it off as I'm like pouring the water over it. And eventually it was like a 5-minute struggle.
Yeah.
Gets the popsicle off. His lips like bleeding. Skin is like ripped off. And he was like, that was crazy.
Like, okay, if you were him, what would you have done in that situation?
Oh my God. I was thinking that too. And like, I wouldn't want the guy to make it a big deal because I'm obviously so embarrassed.
Yeah.
But I would probably just like
go home.
I would have to go. Like, I don't know there's no way I could sleep ever.
No,
like that would be the thought before bed every single night would be like that image popping up in my head
of me like deep throating a popsicle in front of a girl.
What
and, like,
would you do?
No, I literally would probably have, like, I genuinely have to go home. Like, that is too fucking embarrassing. I'd be like, holy shit. She just saw me deep throat a popsicle, number one. Number two, she had to save me and come to the rescue. And just the image of him going, oh, no, it's insane.
It's the image. It's like the actual image of it.
Ratatouille, you are ickable. You are ickable.
Oh my God, yeah. So I didn't speak about that situation because I didn't want to say it out loud, and then I knew like it was just so icky. So now that we're not talking anymore, I feel like safe to share the story.
Let's air his shit out.
Yeah, he's so lucky I didn't tell anybody about that.
And now we are.
Okay.
And now we're gonna blow it up.
Yeah. But like, I wonder if he thinks about it. I truly wonder if he thinks about that.
You'll probably get a DM from him being like, yeah, no, I think about it. And what the fuck's up with the name?
He's probably gonna be like, that wasn't even a big deal.
Oh, but then this led to like me being apparently an ick to Nicole because she was telling that story. And then I told this. Oh, no. I told this story first. I don't think this is that weird. Like, I genuinely don't think this is that weird. What? I was hooking up with a guy and I just came back from California. I had crystals. We got it on our hike. And I had like a rose quartz crystal. And like, as we're like hooking up and stuff, it's like he like put it in my mouth and then like would get it from my mouth.
That makes me really uncomfortable. I don't think
that makes me really uncomfortable.
But like, you're not giving me the ick. He is.
No, I get what
it's not you. Because as a woman, I get it.
Yeah, as a woman, I'm like, oh, I'm eating this shit up. It's a rose quartz crystal. He's gonna fall the fuck in love with me. But like, as a man, why are you putting a rose quartz crystal in my mouth?
Him like trying to be hot about it. Like, I just can't imagine a world in which you're holding this crystal. Like, were you like showing him the crystals that you got? And then he was like, let me grab this and put this in your mouth.
And then we like fucked on the crystal.
On it?
Yep.
Do you still have the crystal?
Yep. I should get rid of it.
Yeah, I feel like,
I'm going to gift
like
it.
a lot of bad energy in that
I was just thinking about that.
You need to cleanse the fuck out of that crystal.
I know. Yeah, it's seen things and done things that shouldn't be.
Was that the first crystal experience you had?
With like sexually?
Yeah, sexual crystal experience.
Yeah.
Would you recommend?
No, don't fuck with a rose quartz in your mouth. It's not cute. Like, it's just not a vibe. But like, I don't think that's, I mean, yeah, he gives, in general, I think he's a dumb fucking loser. So like, anything he does, like, I look back and I'm like, you're weird as shit.
Do you think he told his friends about that?
Definitely not. Maybe actually he's like, what man would be like, I fucked with a rose quartz in your mouth? Yeah. Do you know what's, okay, now I just want to go off the rails.
Yeah.
Okay, do you ever like hook up with somebody but like not fuck them? And you're like, oh my God, this sex is going to be amazing. And then you fuck and you want to like die.
Oh. I've like, I guess you just kind of get out of your system and you're like, well, that was underwhelming.
Am I a man? Because like, that's just how I feel where I'm like, oh my God, like the leading up to it is like crazy.
The leading up to it is always the best part.
Exactly. And then it's like, oh, and then I don't see you again because like I'm a classy woman. Like I'm not going to fuck on the first date. And... but you can't eat my ass. And
you love a good ass eating.
No, I literally do. Actually, okay.
I'm so jealous.
No one's ate your ass?
No one's eaten my ass.
I'm so sorry.
Bring out no.
And hearing no. I think 2024 you'll get your ass eaten.
Really? That's the year?
Yeah. But then it's like, okay, back to me being like, oh, and then we like hook up. It's like so fun. He's like spitting in your mouth like you're having a good time. And then you fuck the next time you see him and you're like, really?
Oh. I just feel like because you're fucking men that you don't actually like.
I think I liked him.
Oh, really?
Green flag.
I think I liked him.
I didn't like him.
You did not like him. Why do you always convince yourself you liked him?
Because they like me, so I'm like, oh, I should like him.
I don't know.
Really? You don't feel that way ever?
No, I feel like I just feel like you haven't met somebody that you really, really like.
I fully agree with that.
Yeah.
So what am I fucking for?
I don't know.
I'm bored.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay, wait, let's tell them about LA Man.
Okay. Oh my God. So if you've been following me for a while, you know LA Man. I met him in LA a couple of years ago. No, I didn't. No, I'm sorry. We get him confused with Hollywood Hike Man. LA Man was the man that I met. LA Man's wedding man. Met him at a wedding in Miami. He was just literally the biggest piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like, he would always say that he was coming to Miami to like see me, and then came to Miami and just posted a whole other bitch on his story, never saw me. And
the way I would light him on fire.
No, and acted like it was like normal. And I was like, what?
That's why I'm like, when you FaceTimed him or when he FaceTimed you the other day, I'm like, why do you give this dumb fuck the time of day? Like, even hearing that conversation, I was like, he is so fucking annoying.
Yeah, it's just because I guess I just genuinely am so unbothered. But you're right. Like, why even answer?
No, so it's like, what are we giving?
But
energy
it was for the bit. Like, it was for the plot. I'm like,
nobody was laughing, and it was me and you, bitch.
No, but it was the weirdest thing because he's somebody who like comes in and out of my life at the most random times.
It's when him and his girl break up.
Yeah, I don't know. But we actually saw him at like the Unruly party when we went. And that was the first time I'd seen him in like 2 years. And he walks in with this girl, the girl that he said he wasn't dating.
Yeah.
And I just give him a little wave. And he just like, did he wave back?
He panicked a little.
No, he definitely panicked. And then I texted him.
His eyes were bright as shit and then walked away.
And I texted him and I was like, it was good seeing you, XOXO. I don't know why. I was drunk. I didn't have to do that. I just felt like stirring the pot.
Night, yeah.
Who else did I text?
Dallas.
Anyways, back to Wedding Man. So this is the weirdest thing. He posted, so he had reached out to me like randomly a couple of days ago before New Year's Eve, and he just wanted to like chit chat. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, why are you talking to me? And then he wished me a happy new year.
Red flag. No, but like,
I look at his story. We don't even follow each other, granted, too. And he's been watching all my stories. And I'm like, that's weird. You're stalking me. I'm flattered.
Yeah.
And he posts a snap story of him at a Space, which is a pretty well-known place in Miami. There's no Space anywhere else. And he posts a picture there. And I'm like, are you in Miami?
And Nicole's like, what? Is he in Miami?
I was so confused.
Before he even answers, I randomly say to Nicole, I'm like, oh, I mean, this is such a stretch. This is it. And here I am looking fucking crazy again. And like sometimes, okay, I did it one time with one specific hoe of mine. I was like, oh, I just like want him to think I'm in his city. So I'll post something that makes it look like I'm in like, let's say New York if I'm in Miami or something. Yeah. So I've done that once before.
I've never done that.
No, it's weird.
Because
Don't
then it is weird because they're like, are you here? And you're like, no. Just thinking of you.
Yeah. So then I just say that to Nicole and she's like, wow, that'd be crazy. And I was like, yeah, this fucker FaceTimes her.
And I answer it. And I'm like, are you in Miami? And he goes, no.
Exactly. I literally called it.
He is like a girl, actually. I think he's the first man that I've like ever dealt with who I think is really batshit crazy, like crazier than most girls.
Really?
Yes. That's a bad thing to say. Not crazier than most girls,
but like girls are crazy.
Girls are like, I think he does things that like he plays games like a girl, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like how we would like post that, like how you would post that. Like a guy, like what guy is doing that?
Literally no man ever.
If you're doing that, get a fucking job.
Yeah. Get a job is crazy.
Well, you have way too much free time on your hands.
No, get a job is insane. Sorry, she meant get a hobby.
Get a hobby.
There we go.
Yeah, do something but that.
Get a job is crazy. Coming from the influencers. But specifically to him, what if I was like,
get a job.
No, but genuinely, but then again, it's like, it's the same thing about me. Like I did that, 4 years ago? But I haven't done it since.
You were younger. He's what, my age? 28?
Right. I'm a grown-ass bitch. If I'm going to want you to think I'm in your city, I'm going to fly to that city.
I'm going to tell you I'm here.
Right.
I'm here.
Hey, I'm
knock,
in
knock.
Miami.
I'm probably just going to show up at your door.
Right. I'll come in and fuck you.
Yeah,
what?
Have you done what? No, the men in the comments, if a man did that. No.
If a man did.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Have you ever just shown up at somebody's door and been like, coming in?
No.
Like unannounced. Trench coat vibes.
Trench coat is crazy.
I wonder if that's actually like a guy's fantasy.
Just her, like me showing up in a trench coat.
Because it's just like, imagine me walking around Brickell in a trench coat. with nothing underneath.
The way I would send you to prison, I wanted to send you to prison this morning, but that would be like,
I wanted to send you to prison this morning.
When
No, I snuck
woke
out
up-
before you even. I was scared you were gonna wake up when I was like mid, like sneaking out the door.
Do you know what's crazy though? You could have just texted me and
I
said,
know.
when I check your location and I see, and I'm like, oh, she's not at the key. She's nowhere else. And I know exactly where it is because you pointed it out. And so I'm like, this fucking bitch. Like, you could have just said that.
I know.
Like, a text would have been nice.
Well, you know what? I was going to genuinely get my juice cleanse.
No fucking way. I don't believe it.
And then it just like got derailed a little bit.
Okay, you think.
Yeah.
Who
But
reached out to who?
He reached out to me.
Of course.
Yeah.
But we ran over there. That's crazy.
To have a conversation.
No, of course. And you did.
And we did have a conversation.
Several.
So many conversations.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you know what you need to talk about.
What?
Everyone wants to know about Gym Crush.
Oh my God.
Let's start from the tippity top of us. Okay. I'm walking to go apartment hunting with Nicole. She's going to the gym. I'm going to go view this apartment, which is so funny because that's the one I signed
This was
up.
in LA.
Yeah, this was in LA.
Mm-hmm.
No, I love to play this game with Nicole where it's just like, I'm like, okay, you meet your soulmate.
Yeah.
He literally checks every single box, but he's 18.
The hypothetical questions with Livi is like a constant bit.
We get in fights about it.
So I answer that and I'm obviously like, he's 18.
Yeah, like that's sick.
That's sick.
Sick.
But then she's trying to convince me, but like he's everything you want. I'm like, it doesn't matter. He's 18.
Right. We're fighting
Anyways,
about it.
we're fighting about it. I get to the gym. Four or five of my gym crushes are there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, this is my last day at Gold's Gym too. So I'm ready to just like shoot my shot. If it doesn't go well, like I'll never see them again. So
Right.
really have nothing to lose. And there's one specifically who is like the cutest of them all. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm on the treadmill. He is like he's all around the gym doing
Right.
workouts. I'm just trying to catch eyes with him whenever I can. Like I'm staring at this man. I'm texting Jordan. I'm like, I'm gonna make the first move. I already have like everything I want to say to him, like my one-liner in my head.
What was it?
I was in a wave. So I wanted him to come to me. I would
Yeah.
never like go up and like tap a man's shoulder at the gym and like make him take off his headphones. I think that's so embarrassing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And be like, hey. And then like,
Yeah. Hey.
I don't know, because like if I'm honed into my workout, the last thing I want to do is somebody to come up between my sets and like interrupt me and start talking to me.
But a bad bitch with a fat ass.
That's true, actually. A guy probably wouldn't care. He'd be flattered, but I
Yeah.
can't flatter a man too much. Like
exactly.
you have to keep him a little bit humble.
Know
So
your
I wanted
boundaries.
him to come to me. And also I think it's like the awkward like walk off too. So I was like, if I'm on the treadmill, he comes to me, I say whatever, he can walk away whenever he wants,
Right.
conversation over. So in my head, I'm thinking I'm going to wave him over and I'm going to be like, I just want to thank you.
Yeah.
And he's going to be like, for what? Like, why? Like, what? And I'm going to be like, well, for the days I didn't want to come to the gym, like, you were my gym crush. So I would be like, maybe gym crush is there. You gave me the motivation to keep coming back.
Sexy line. That's a good
Yeah,
line.
like, I'd be like, that's clearly showing I'm interested
Right.
in you. You know, I'm also watching you, so a little bit creepy. But,
Yeah.
yeah, it's very flattering. If someone said that to me, I'd be like, oh my God. Like, I wonder how many people I'm like their gym crush.
Right. A lot.
Yeah, I probably broke so many hearts that nobody sees me at Gold's Gym anymore.
They're like, where is the
Yeah,
girl with the
nobody's
tattoos?
working out anymore.
Yeah. Gold's canceled. Like
Gold's-
closes
They
down.
just shut down. They're like,
Yeah.
they lose all business.
Right.
But so I am making eye contact with him so much. He's making it so hard for me. He actually ends up coming up to me because I think I was giving him a weird amount of eye contact where he was like, I just need to come up to this girl and say something.
Yeah.
So he comes up to me and I'm on the treadmill still. And he's like, I just want to say, like, I love your tattoos. I was like, oh my God, thank you. I love yours, because he has really nice tattoos too. And then he keeps walking and I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Like now
Pissed.
I'm like, okay, so he just wants to be friends. Like what?
Right. So we're just
I'm
friends,
like,
you
so
idiot.
What the fuck? So he walks away. I have 10 more minutes left on my incline walk, and
One thing Nicole's gonna do is finish a fucking
I'm gonna
workout.
finish that fucking workout. If you think I'm gonna end my workout early for a man, absolutely not. Like,
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Exactly. Exactly.
No, but in that context, I'm like, no. And I'm big on my, like, if it's meant to be like thing right now.
Right.
So I was like, if he is somewhere in that gym on my walkout after I finish my workout, like it's meant to be, like I'll go up to him and say hi to him.
Mm-hmm.
So as I'm walking out of the gym, I see him back turned. He's at like the exit and he's writing on a Post-it note something. I didn't notice this, but he's like hunched down, like writing something on the table. So
Yeah.
I like swing around and I'm like, hey, like I just want to say, like, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Nicole. And he looks up and he is writing on the Post-it note, and he's like, no way. And I'm like, what? He was like, I was just writing down like my name and number for you. This
So
is
cute.
every girl's dream.
Right.
Like in this moment, I'm like, is this my meet cute? Like
No,
this is the
my
story I'm
man.
going to tell at the wedding.
And it still could be.
No,
You're right.
No,
There's
I don't
something
think
that happened.
so. So me and him exchanged like a little banter, a little conversation. Banter. We bantered a little bit. Yeah, why the fuck am I on like Love Island all of a sudden?
We were bantering at the gym. Okay, bitch. Anyways.
He goes to go play basketball. He's like, text me. So I text him. And then I drop the bomb that I'm leaving. I'm moving like in literally a day. Yeah. So I'm like, that's kind of like, okay, if you want to hang out, like let's do it sooner rather than later type of thing. So he also happened to sprain his ankle at basketball. So he's in a boot and on crutches.
Yeah. Crippled.
And he's like, typically I wouldn't do this for a lot of reasons, but like, it's also your last night. I'm crippled. Would you want to come over? And I just ordered dinner for us and we can hang out.
When you told me you were going over, I was like, that's so not you.
You thought I was going to go fuck him.
Oh, yeah. I was like, she's lost her goddamn. I was like, no, she's lost it.
You were like, I have a feeling you're going to fuck him. And I'm like, Livy, I'm not going to fuck him.
Well, because Nicole's never, you don't just go to their house. You know what?
I've never had a one night stand.
Yeah.
So I wasn't about to start now either.
Right.
But I'm like, he is really cute. So I feel safe. I shared my location with everybody. He lived like 5 minutes away from me. It really wasn't a big deal.
And to figure out that he is beyond harmless is crazy.
So I go over to his place and we start talking. And this is the funny. So I start to feel like I couldn't tell. We didn't exchange like how ages or anything like that.
Yeah.
He looked like 24, 25, my typical age demographic.
No,
that I go
literally.
And,
maybe that's why you love me so much.
Maybe. So we're talking and he starts showing me pictures of like, we were talking about like traveling and stuff like that. He's going through his camera roll, showing me pictures of like him in Hawaii, whatever. And he also had like a screenshot and like, I'm scrolling through. I'm like, this man's just letting me go through all his pictures.
Right.
And there's a screenshot that his brother had posted and it was an old Instagram post and it was him, Gym Crush, wearing like a safety patrol thing. If anybody knows what safety patrol is, I did it when I was in like elementary school where you wear that belt thing and you like get everybody on the bus. And he's wearing a safety patrol thing and his brother Instagrammed it and he was like, it was like hashtag 4th grade, hashtag safety patrol. And then I'm like, when the fuck was this posted? It says 2019. Wait, was it 2019? 2017?
2017.
2017?
This man was in 4th grade in 2017.
And I'm like in my head is spinning at this point. Like I'm dead silent. He's talking. I can't even like respond back to him because I'm doing calculus in my head, like math, like trying to figure out how the fuck, like how old is he?
Right.
And I'm like, oh my God.
Because like you're like 2017, what, you just graduated?
Yeah.
High school or college?
I graduated college.
In 2017.
I'm like, I'm about to catch a case.
Yeah.
Right now.
No, like call the police. What the fuck?
No, I start sweating. Like I'm literally sweating. I'm like, and I'm like, do I even like, I don't know what to say. Like, this is so fucking awkward.
Right.
I'm also like laying in his bed.
Oh, you forgot to mention that.
No, I'm like laying in his bed.
Yeah. And I'm not fucking.
No, we were just laying having conversation.
Does he not have a couch?
No.
Nicole, you leave out
I left out this
parts
detail
of the
too.
Story.
He had a cute little like studio, but he's a guy. Like he didn't even have. Yeah, no.
You went over and laid on a man's
and that's
bed.
why I also would never date him. He doesn't own a couch. But you know what?
Standards are crazy. Your standards are too high, bitch. At least he has a bed.
But the place was very clean. I will give him that.
Just go on with the fucking
So
story.
Nicole
loves to just be like, any guy. She's like, but
I know
he killed somebody. But because
he actually was such. He has amazing eyes.
But he didn't mean it like that. She loves to
but
do
he
that.
is Jim Crush is a really nice guy. It has nothing to do with that. But then he was like, I've been meaning to ask. He brings it up, which is crazy because like he must have noticed that I like probably all color was lost from my face at this point in time.
You're a ghost.
I'm like pale as fuck. I'm a ghost. And he's like, how old are you? And I was like, how old are you?
Yeah.
Like the audacity to ask me that question. And he was like, how old do you think I am? And I was like, oh God.
Fuck.
I mean, based on that, like,
yeah,
you're just playing that game.
14.
I was like, yeah. And I'm like, 22. Like that's giving the like that was like the math conclusion. I'm not great at math, so
No.
that's the age that I got to in my head.
Right.
And I'm so panicked at this point. I'm like 22, and he was like close, and I was like
24. Amazing.
I was like great, you're older. He goes 20.
You guys, Nicole is 28.
Okay, don't say it like I'm about to die.
No. Just
Guys, Nicole's like a corpse.
No. For an 8-year age difference.
It's not
It's not the age difference. It is the fact that man is 20 years old.
doesn't have a couch.
Valid, because he's fucking
Yeah.
20.
Yeah. And that's why I'm saying, I'm like, do any 20-year-olds own a nice couch? I don't know. I didn't. But
To be 20 is crazy.
To be 20, and then he looks at, and he goes, how old are you? I go, 28. And he goes, oh, that's not bad.
No, that's not bad. What a sad.
Oh, that's not bad. I go, my mouth just dropped. And I was like, that's not bad. That's horrible. You're right.
That's really fucking bad.
It's like basically illegal. It feels illegal.
It's just funny to me that before this, we're like, what if he was your soulmate in 18?
She literally manifested
that shit for her. And
Yeah.
I love it. I love every second of it.
Yeah. And I don't know. I guess it's like a difference between someone who's 28 and 38, not that weird. 20 and 28, we're just in such different points in our lives. Like he's still figuring it out. Like he's not even, like he's supposed to be in college.
Right.
He's not, I don't think. I don't
fucking
know. I didn't
knows.
see any textbooks out.
Nicole bolted. You want to know what my favorite part about this whole story is that like you did like the TikTok get ready with me, whatever. All the comments are like, wait, what happened with Gym Crush? What happened?
I know.
You went fucking ghost. You were like, I'm not.
I couldn't even talk about that on TikTok because I feel like that's just weird.
It's giving To Catch a Predator.
Yeah.
But not that bad, but like 20 is insane. I think even if I was with a 20-year-old, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm going to jail.
As like a guy, like, obviously I feel like I'm the dream for a 20-year-old though. Like 28, like mature,
Yeah.
like has like a job, like hot, like MILF vibes. Like,
yeah, I know. Yeah.
like, but yeah, I was like, I couldn't date you. He would probably date me.
Oh, 100%.
Which is just so weird. But yeah, so after that, I was like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
And I bolted really quick.
I would too.
I left, and he like texted me, or I texted him, and I was just like, hey, like it was really nice meeting you, whatever. If you ever need anything when you're out here in LA,
We decided we want to mentor him.
Yeah, Livy's like, I want to help him.
I like helping people. And
we
like,
take him under our wing.
yeah, no, like I like helping
No,
people.
yeah.
Not like I'm like interested, but just like guidance, you know?
Yeah.
I would like that guidance at 20. So
No, exactly.
But
But he still is like trying. He's still trying. He like
fuck?
I don't know what guy isn't trying to fuck, but like
no, get it, girl.
what if I? But he wanted to like FaceTime me on like Christmas Eve. I'm like, that's crazy. Christmas Eve.
Leave out so much of the story to me.
Because it's not important to me.
No, but it's so funny. Like you just me getting a text like Gym Crush wants to FaceTime on New Year's Eve. The way I would have died laughing. You would have made my Christmas, and you know I had a rough fucking Christmas Eve. Bitch, you would have made my day.
I know. Yeah. So I kind of just like I went ghost. I was like, I'll be a friend. I'll be a friend. But I could never. You know, I have a threshold on like. Believe it or not, I will not date somebody who's younger than like probably 25.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything younger than that is a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally would never even date someone
how
my own
you
age.
like to date older guys?
Yeah, because I'm mature as shit. And saying that makes it sound like I am not mature. No, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm at that point in my life where if I'm dating, most 24-year-olds don't have my mindset. We figured that out with my friends, and it's been like a hard adjustment, right? So if I'm going to date somebody, I want them to be at like the same point of our lives. Like I have the career figured out. I know what the next steps in that are, kind of thing. I see my future clearly, exactly what I want. So I want someone to come in and match that energy. And I don't feel like most people my age, 24-year-olds, can bring that to the table. And that's so fucking fine. Okay, cool. Do you. I just grew up a lot quicker. So my mindset, like I mentally feel like I'm 30.
Yeah. I do think it's a little bit weird when a guy is like 23, 24 and he's not so focused on his career and he's like dating a lot.
Do you know what I saw today that actually like, and you're gonna be like, bitch, what? Jake Paul. Jake Paul said this thing, and like Logan was asking him, like it was just like a TikTok on my page, and it was like, what advice would you give young people? And he was like, to literally not fucking drink. Like he's like, if you're not figuring out what your life is or what you're doing, you shouldn't be drinking. Like you need to figure your shit out, kind of thing. And I was
That's so interesting.
Yeah, why?
Because I feel like everybody when they're younger, like the people when they're older, like, oh, I wish I went out and like partied more when I was younger, and like while I had the time to. I guess it depends on your priorities, but I think when you're in college, like, yeah, you should be having fun. post college, you're never going to be this young again.
No, I
Like,
totally get that. But at the same time, I guess it's just what's more important to you. Because like
Yeah.
for me, I didn't have that. I didn't have that college experience. I went
Right.
straight into working. And to me, like that sacrifice of seeing everyone go out and do all those things was hard, obviously. And like I did have like my club eras and things like
Yeah.
that. But I was and I'll always be willing to give up whatever it is to like accomplish my goals and dreams.
Yeah.
So like that party lifestyle wasn't going to bring me to where I am right now.
Right.
So-
it just doesn't align.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
So
I guess you do it and then you grow out of it. And I think the people who don't grow out of it are the ones who are maybe like a little bit lost or like don't have, because like we have such a clear vision for what we want.
Right.
And we know like, okay, to get there, like is drinking adding value to that? Is going to the club like adding value to that? Like,
Which like brings me to
Like,
that
yeah,
doesn't.
like, no, we need energy to do the shit that we need to do in the morning. And like drinking always makes me, I whenever I'm drinking, I'm just not in a great state
No,
of
I'm
mind.
horrible.
Yeah.
I'm a like anxious mess
Yeah,
the
yeah.
next day.
Very
And
anxious.
I always say that I'm like, well, I have shit to do the next day, so I don't have a time where I can just be like, and also fuck that, whatever I have to do. I don't want to feel that way.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down
Yeah.
to. And I just don't feel like many 24-year-olds my age will vibe with that, like dating wise. I struggle with it all the time with my friends. You know
yeah.
that. So yeah, it's just like, I feel like I have to date older. Even when I date the
Yeah.
30-year-old men, I still don't feel like they're up to pace of like where I'm at.
Yeah. I see you dating like a 35-year-old.
Yeah.
Would that be too old for you?
No.
35?
Honestly, I really don't care about age. I genuinely care about like passion and what they want moving
Yeah.
forward and like what are their goals and dreams and what are
Right.
they doing to get there.
Right.
I need like such a passionate person in my life.
Yeah. It's just more rare to find somebody who's like 24, 25 who like is like that.
Has
like,
my mindset,
Yeah,
yeah.
has that mindset. You're more likely to find that in somebody who's like, you know, in their 30s, 35 and has it a little bit more figured out.
Yeah, that's just like a weird thing to me.
Yeah.
Because I
But-
don't think I'll ever look back and be like, I should have done more tequila shots. And that goes
Yeah.
to us even like staying in on New
Yeah.
Year's. Because obviously New Year's is like such an insane holiday. Everyone's like, go out, like go to the club, like shake your ass. And it just like, it would feel so ingenuine to me to be shaking my ass in the club on New Year's. Like I don't even do that when it's not New Year's. So why the fuck am I ringing in the
Yeah.
New Year like that? Like,
no, exactly.
and I'm I don't like the club. I do not like it. So why? But the society's pressure to like go out and do that is crazy.
Yeah. And honestly, I think like you see people's stories all the time of them like out at clubs, like this and that. And then when you like talk to them the next day, it's like, oh, how was it? And they'll be like, it was fine. But you think they like were having the time of their life.
Well, because social media is like a highlight reel.
Yeah.
So you're only getting their side of the story.
But
and
I feel
things
like
that.
people want to make it look like obviously
They're having the
they're
time
having
of
a
their
great time
life.
because maybe in their head they're kind of like, well, that fucking sucked, but I kind of need to make it worth it. So let me like post some stories
Right.
and like,
I'm just mentally, I mean, I think everyone's been there. Obviously, you want to make it look like you're having the time of your fucking
Yeah.
life. I'm not there. And
No,
I'll
we just
never
don't
be there.
care.
Yeah.
like I don't care. I'm gonna be posting about my juice cleanse.
Right. And she sure fucking is. And I'm just going to be posting about myself. What's new? But like doing those things for other people's validation.
Yeah.
Why are you genuinely doing that? And I feel like this past year, I really realized it's been so hard for me talking about all my friends, but to connect with them that are 24 and like 20, no, they're honestly 26, to connect with them and it'd be like, they want to go out, they want to drink, they want to do all these things, like post it to their story. And I'm just like, I don't want to do that. Like, can we
Yeah.
just go get brunch?
Yeah. But you know what? Like to each their own.
To each their own.
You know, and that's why you put less energy towards those friendships and
Yeah.
like more energy towards things that are gonna build you up. We're
Yeah.
looking towards more like what's adding value to like
Our
my
life.
life. I loved this New Year's Eve. It was one of my favorites.
No,
Just
same.
staying in, no crowds, like
Ordering food,
ordering
watching Elvis.
food and with like my best friend.
Right.
And just waking up feeling good.
Wait a minute, we manifested like motherfuckers.
Oh,
we didn't even
we
bring that up.
did.
Yeah, we were strict on those vision boards.
I'm really like I've kind of lost sight of my manifesting for a little while.
I would agree with that because I went so hard on it.
I used to be so good about like my affirmations, like everything. And
I
it
agree with
is
that.
really, it's something so easy, like saying a few lines, like the mirror in the morning or
Right.
something like that, whatever it is. And like journaling, it's such an easy thing. For some reason, it is so hard to stay consistent with.
Do you know how I have my affirmations
Yeah.
in my room? Like,
Yeah. Like written.
yeah, do you not have that?
No.
Okay, that's probably why
Yeah,
it's hard.
you're right. You're right. I usually have them
also-
on my phone and I'll just like say them.
I also think it's important, like, yeah, you can write it, you can do all those things, whatever. You just got to live life too.
Yeah.
And just like have it in the back of your head. Like,
Right.
not a day goes by that I'm not like, oh, I'm going to accomplish all my goals and dreams. Like, I know that's going to fucking happen.
Yeah.
So I think just having that mindset is like the best manifestation of all.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just
Like-
like you already have it.
Right. Like
It's already yours.
I wrote down all my goals and dreams. Like now I just got to put in the hard work and they'll come to me. That's
Yeah.
it.
They're really helpful on like a bad day.
Yeah, bad
Like
day.
the days when you wake up and you're just like not feeling yourself or like not feeling it or something happened, it's like, let me just go back to like the things that, you know, are important and that are
Right.
true, and not like the false narrative that I've created in my head.
I used to struggle with not, and you do struggle with this too, I would think,
Yeah.
is like
I don't know what
not,
you're gonna
yeah,
say,
I know,
but
you're like,
yeah.
wait, not being where you want to be.
Yeah.
I still struggle with that. Like, I know the goals and dreams I want to accomplish, and not being there is hard for me.
Mm-hmm.
But also, it's like, look back on this success I've had this year.
Yeah.
And I'm trying my hardest, like, enjoy the journey, but it feels a little bit difficult.
It is difficult.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it any other way.
No.
Like, imagine you just woke up tomorrow and you had all the things that you wanted and you didn't work for it at all.
Whoa. I would work for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you just like, you didn't like go through like the trial and errors. Like, you didn't do like, you know, whatever. You didn't put the work in, and it was just handed to you. And it was like, well, now you have, you know, this platform or this whatever.
Mm-hmm. You have everything you ever wanted.
Yeah.
There is so much about like the hard work of it all that really is so satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it's like the most fulfilling part.
100%. Because I look back where I was like 3 years ago. I'm like, she would die if she knew we were here. Exactly.
It's true, like how much affirmations, like manifestation work, because like you talk so highly about yourself.
Yeah.
And because of the way, but like you, like
No, I
you
do.
always just like, you're like, I'm so gorgeous. Like, and it's really rubbed off on me. I'm
No,
like, I
know.
need to like start doing that more. But just the way that like you talk about like the things that you want and like where you see yourself, like it really does work, because it's not even just you manifesting for yourself. It's like, now I'm manifesting for you, because I don't see any other path for you either. Like, I see you as like, obviously you are gorgeous, but like I see you as this gorgeous person. Like, I see you accomplishing all these things. And so it just goes to show that if like you're putting out there in the universe, like, you know, insecurities, like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I could do that. Like, other people are going to think that for you. But like the more energy you have of people believing in you and like having your back and like also seeing you in that light, it's gonna happen.
And that's how I've seen you change this past year. I'm not sure if it's like I rubbed off on you or you like got your shit and like mentally got your shit together.
Probably both.
No, yeah, but I remember us being in Tulum and we talked about this. That's so I could cry, because like we talked about this podcast and she was like, I've been thinking about it for like a while. I have all this stuff for all these things, and I was like, you just need to start the fucking podcast. First time meeting Nicole, and I'm like, just start the fucking podcast. Yeah, it was a journey to get you where you are now. Like, you're always just feeling like you couldn't do it. It almost felt like, and I was just like, no, we're gonna like kill those self-limiting beliefs. Like, that's just not a world. You're not going to be my best fucking friend and feel that way about yourself. Right. I'll make sure you feel good no matter what, kind of thing.
I got to the point where like I couldn't do anything more for myself. Like I got the like on TikTok in terms of like, you know, growing that, like I believed in myself enough to do that. And then I reached a point where I was like, wait, I need a little bit of support here, because people were still like not, you know, on my side. It felt like you're supporting me. And like when Livi came into my life, she was like the little push that I needed. Yeah. And I was like, okay, wait, I can do this. I just needed one person.
No, you
like
did.
One person just
to be like, do it.
Yeah. Just to help me through it all. And like Livi, like, you're probably my highlight of 2023. Like, no, stop. No, I'm gonna cry. No, stop.
Tell me more though. Come on.
Like, I've just changed completely, I would say, in the last, how long have I even known you? Not even that long. Like,
not even been a year.
Not even been a year. Like, my life has changed completely since I met you, and I'm like forever grateful for that. And I can't wait to go into like this year, and we have so much to accomplish together. No, I know, like, you really genuinely changed my life.
No, because you changed mine too, just like in the little ways of like, we literally traveled the world together this year. Number one. Number two, just like, I'm not like that, so you like pushed me out of my comfort zone in little things, which is like so crazy to me.
Push each other. That's why we do push in different ways.
Yeah. Where it's like, I'm yelling at you about a podcast and you're like, just get on the plane kind of thing and like come visit me.
Yeah. Let's talk about like 2024. What is something that you want to, personal goal?
I just want to nest. We're in our nesting eras.
Oh, true. We are in our nesting eras.
I know all the career accomplishments will come to me, and I really don't want to share it with you guys.
No, we're not going to share that.
But I don't want the evil eye from you bitches. Anyways, sorry. No, and I know you all will be so supportive.
I stay getting the evil eye.
It's crazy. You got to do a cleanse, bitch. I swear. I know. I really just I've never felt like somewhere was home for me
Mm-hmm.
growing up and everything. I just like had a toxic household and everything. So I'm excited that I'm at the point in my life where I can invest the time and the money into making somewhere a
Yeah.
home. And I always knew I was going to end up in California. Like Chicago, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to move to New York. And then even when I like dated people in New York, I'm like, well, this isn't my end all be all kind of thing. So like I
Mhm.
never took them that seriously because I was like, oh, I'm going to end up in California and I don't want to start 5-year relationship
Yeah.
here and like they don't move with me kind
Yeah.
of thing. So I always knew California was where I was going to end up. So, and now I'm there. And we talk about like, you're the reason that I'm literally moving.
Yeah. So like I was in LA for just a couple months, and when I look back and I'm like, because Livy was asking me like, what is like the biggest plot twist of
Yeah.
this year, and I was like, probably moving to LA for a minute. But that happened, like looking back at it, it happened just so that Livy would get the push to move there sooner, because she didn't
Genuinely.
envision herself moving there so soon.
Yeah.
But her just like visiting me all the time, I think just gave her that push. And then like,
Well,
her
also
team's
like
out
my
there.
team is out there and they're like, can you move? And I was
Yeah.
like, can I? And then you were like,
Yeah.
well, why? We like,
I mean, I did it, so I was like, why can't you?
but it was just the time where you were like, let's do the list of
Yeah.
what's keeping you in New York and what's in LA for you. And it was like, holy shit, everything is in LA. So like,
Yeah.
what am I doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm so excited for that chapter of your life. And
I'm
I'm happy we're
excited.
going through it together. Where we're
No, I
both nesting.
know.
Because like she found her place and I found mine. And it, like I'm not even upset like as much as I would love to live in the same state as you. Like I'm just so happy that both of us like found our places, and
Yeah.
both of us are just happy for each other.
So happy.
Like you would never be like, oh, like stay in LA for me.
oh no, because like what the fuck?
Yeah.
You'd be miserable.
That'd be so fucking
I'd be dealing with
weird.
miserable Nicole. Like,
Yeah.
no, thank you. I'll always want, and that's interesting to me. Like the TikTok comments being like,
Yeah.
well, what does Livy think? And it's just like Livy's happy for her best friend. It'd be
Yeah.
crazy if I was like, really, you're moving?
Yeah.
No, like I want you to be the happiest. I think Miami makes you the happiest.
Miami does make me that.
But I
happy.
do like to throw in there, like, it doesn't have to be the end all be all.
No, Livy
Yeah.
does think I'm gonna end up in LA, and
I
maybe I
do.
will. It's just at this point in time, like my life belongs in Miami. Like I belong in
Exactly.
Miami. That's where I'm aligning with right now. And Livy found her place, and
Yeah.
that's LA. And like, it's
Well,
just
bitch, I'm not there yet. But
no,
like,
she's,
yeah.
but you basically are there.
No, I
You're
know. I
there.
literally move in like 10 days. I don't know what the fuck I'm still doing. here.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. It's been such a year.
Yeah, it has been a year, and we both think we're gonna find our.
Oh no,
We fully believe that we're gonna be in relationships this year.
I just think we did like everything last year of just
Yeah.
seeing the world and doing all these crazy things and just really putting the time and energy into ourselves and knowing exactly what we want for our career, where it's like, okay, the soulmate's gonna find
Yeah,
me. 'Cause it's like,
exactly.
I'm aligned perfectly with my goals and dreams. I
Mhm.
know the lifestyle I like to live. I'm not questioning if I want to be in the club anymore.
Yeah.
I know I don't want to be.
My man is not in the club.
Let me tell you, I've always said that you're never meeting your husband in the club.
All right, guys. I hope everybody has a good New Year. Thank you, Livy, for
Love you.
coming.
Thank
and
you.
I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.